one of the first things that happens many times, especially to people who are more sensitive, you see, to impressions and, portals and other dimensions, etc. They're more sensitive. And, there's all kinds of body types around that influence us. And we know that until we come to the new you and the real guides, we have tap lines to deal with. And over the years, even before you came and many, many others, hearing stories, and sometimes people are, a little bit excited. They want to sing the new you. They do. And all of a sudden they have these bad experiences, reptilians and all kinds of things, thinking it is the new you. No, what it is not the new you. It is that all of a sudden they become more sensitive. They have a sensitivity and they become more aware of what's taking place around them. And so it's just like singing the new you, and then all of a sudden you recognize how bad the government is. Well, singing new you hasn't made the government bad. You're just simply aware that, oh, now you see what the government is doing. And so these people all of a sudden see what's going on. And yes, sometimes you have to help them a little bit. Again, this is where most people do not want to see. They do not want to be afraid. They do not want to know. So they don't want to do it. And we've seen people who are seers that have the possibility to step up, and they don't do it because the reptilians or other body types scare them off. That's what they want to do. They don't want them to do the new you because they're attached to these people and they want to control them. They don't want these people to have their own life to where they don't need to be controlled. And so, yeah, there's going to be a lot of different experiences, and this is where it's good to where people listen to the experiences of others so they can get a better idea as to what's going on. Yeah, but it's going to be scary at times because the personal self is set in its ways, has its own little life, and it's very cozy and does not want to be disturbed at all. It wants to continue its little life. So this is where you become the real risk taker to see what's really going on. And if you will step up and take the risk and share and do something, yeah, it takes a lot. This becomes very interesting because we already know the whole place is full of this stuff, isn't it? The whole Earth, the realm, other planets, other levels, other dimensions. We know it's all full of this stuff. Okay, so it's not something new. And so the idea is, starting now, we are going to replace the ideas of the dark side and the cabal and all this stuff with simply the unaware. Okay? So we have the aware and we have the unaware. So we won't keep bugging these people and call them dark brats and all this stuff like that, etc., as we've done before. I have referred to them as the certain few too, but our new terminology with this basically will be the unaware. Okay, a little bit softer touch. Now, this becomes an interesting adventure as he sees this, and he's aware of this, just like I'm dealing with the governments, with the bonds and stuff like this. I'm aware of this. I let them know. In other words, if it were me, I would say to this fella, I see what you're doing, okay? It's very obvious what you're doing, and as you proceed, and from what you've done, do you know where you're going with all of that? Ask the question. Do you know where you're going with all of that? You see? Very simple. This starts the adventure off. We're here to confront everything. So he sees it. So it's not about, oh my gosh, this is bad. I don't want to talk to this fellow, whatever. Basically, the whole world is like this. Okay, they're all caught up in it in some way, or they're tied to it and they're not conscious of it. So again, it's all about awareness, isn't it? And these adventures, as they come to you, all right, you decide what you're going to do with it. Me, I'm fine with all of it because this is how it is. And actually, just like in the action movies we see with Arnold and others, confronting whatever it is, they become stronger and better and more keen with their awareness. So it's not about pushing the stuff away because that's not going to change it. It's still there, isn't it? It's about facing it and being creative with it. This is what you're learning. You see, we've learned so far that, oh, this is good, this is bad. All right. So we don't need to relate to that anymore. We have those that are unaware. We have those that are aware. Who wants to become more aware? All right. That's our position. And so again, we're going to meet everybody all the time. This is how it is. So here's a better understanding to help everyone. They can decide differently. We can show them how to make better choices. And again, the idea would be, I see what you're doing. Do you know where you're going with that and what's going to happen to you, etc.? Do you know that? See, you're bringing it up to their face. You're asking the question. You're not telling them to stop doing it because they have the right to do whatever they will and they have to deal with it. And the children they're eating or whatever, well, they got to figure it out too. Maybe they have past life karma to where they ate somebody before and now they're being eaten. So again, the process keeps going. So when are we going to face the process and get on with becoming more aware and get through it?